YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Nicolo Rigano and you are watching my barber dreams. Welcome back for another tutorial. This is a quarantine cut on my brother right here. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off this cut with the bald line. This is going to be more of a low or a drop fade. So I'm going to put the line in there. And yes, you want to check to make sure it's even on both sides. Make it as symmetrical as you can. You can look at your client from the front or check your mirrors. I'm going to bald the rest of that out. And yes, this is a quarantine cut. I hope everybody's having a safe quarantine and staying healthy. So we will get through this. I live in PA and we hope to go back sometime in May for barbers all around the country. I mean, just be as safe as you can when you get back and take the extra precautions to really stay sanitary for you and your clients. So I'm using the foils here to bald out. Make sure it's really extra close in the bald area. And I'll flip those foils around just like a clipper. You know, it's getting the most out of them. So anything that I didn't get with the shaver, because it will be that much harder to take out with the next guideline, I just leave a little bit there that you just saw me take out the trimmers. So make sure you use your corners when you do that. Now we have no guard, blade all the way open, going up about a ½ inch. So you want to make sure this is as symmetrical as possible to make the fade really even. And you'll notice in the back, I do make the guideline slightly bigger because it's going to be tougher to take that line out because it's in the back and your hair is always coarser in the back in that area. So you'll see me drop it and make that guideline just a little bit bigger. So now I'm going to start to take that first line out, just slowly closing the lever until it's all the way closed to take out that first bottom of the guideline. And yes, I'm always using my corners. When you're always fading out a guideline, you want to use the corners as best as you can and really take it down a notch at a time. So you're closing the lever as you're going down the guideline, you're opening it coming up. Hope that makes sense. Now I'm going to use the trimmers, using them corners to take that last little line out of there. So you can see I'm kind of into watches. And if you're looking for a great watch, definitely go to blissbody.com. You could use my discount code for 15% off. Barber Dreams by Riggs 15. You know, they're a great watch brand. Decided to become an ambassador of them. So definitely check them out if you want to check out the Odyssey collection on blissbody.com. I'm going to start with the 3-guard open here. Now he gets a cut every week, so I really didn't need to include this step, but I wanted to show you that I always start the fade off with 3-guard just so I know what I'm fading into. So I'm going to jump to the 1-guard here, open, and I'm going to make the guideline about a ½ inch. And you'll notice in the back that I go up a little bit more with the guideline, just so you have that extra space to work with. It's always going to be coarser hair in the back, so you want to give yourself room to take that out. Then I'll jump to the 2-guard open here, just softening up that guideline up top. So basically we're fading down. Then we'll go to the 1½ all the way open, softening up that area a little bit more. Still using the corners. Now we'll jump back to the 1-guard open, and we're just trying to spread that blend out as much as we can. Because you don't want the fade too bulky. So you really want to go back through your system, make sure that the blend is very spreadable. Then we'll go back to the 1/2 guard, all the way open. Again, using those corners, stretching the skin to get a little closer. Then we'll end up with no guard, blade all the way open. And one thing I've been doing is taking it a section at a time. Basically, I'll split up the 3 sections. So one side of the head, the other side of the head. Then I will finish in the back last, so I can kind of control how the back fades out, and it's really effective with drop and lower fades. So right now I'm just lining up the C-cup area so I can kind of get a better outline with what I'm working with. And now I can kind of see dark spots a little bit better. I'll go back, cross-check my whole system. So I faded down, now I'll fade up. And I'm using those corners but I'll go back basically through every guard that I used, and you'll see such a difference when you do that in your fades. So my brother's a transformational life coach for men. He has a YouTube channel, so definitely check that out if you're interested. I'll put the link in the description, or it will be at the top right hand of the screen. So now I'm just doing some clipper over comb. Comb is angled 45 degrees towards me, and I'll finish with shear over comb a little bit on the side, right on the ridge of the head there. So I skipped the other side of the head for the video's sake, but I am going to finish here in the back. So I'm going back through my system with the 1.5 guard all the way open. I'm going to fade down here. Boom, I'll jump to my 1 guard all the way open. I'm using those corners, stretching the skin. And I love switching back and forth between different clippers. I think it just, to me, it's kind of fun to experience the different clippers and how they cut. I think some feed into each other better than others. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you agree. Back with the 1/2 guard here all the way open. We will go to no guard, blade all the way open. And I'll jump back and forth between the 1/2 guard and no guard a lot. Like I said, the 1/2 guard and 1.5 guard are great blending guards to go back and forth with. So now I am detailing, and I'm again using the corners, just trying to spread that blend as much as I can. And I'll even go back through the foils, and that's a great way to, finish off your fades. Even if you did it at the beginning, finish it at the end with the foil. You might lighten some spots up that need it, or you can just spread the blend out even more. Just be careful not to go too high with the foils to raise the fade. So now I'm just fading down the beard. He likes his beard pretty tight, so I'm going to basically use the same steps I use on the sides to fade out his beard. I line it up first, and then I fade it out. It helps that line stay in there. But I'm going to shut up and let you watch the rest of this beard trim. So I got them all lined up, and I wanted to add a little bit of sauce in there, a little bit of flavor. So I'm going to basically just drag my trimmers for this line. And parts have 2 sides to it, remember that. So you saw me flip my trimmers, so I hit both sides of the line to get it extra sharp, extra crispy. But of course the razor will do its justice too. So now I'm going to saturate his hair, get him ready to cut the top. You see me pull out the back there right at the cowlick. So I like to cut that first to kind of give me a guide, so I know I don't go any shorter than that. Maybe I'll start from the back, and I'm really not taking much off here. He didn't want too much off, so I'm kind of just cleaning up, making sure it's even. But I'm taking small sections a little bit at a time, and I'm really just trying to add texture here. Like I said, this is going to be a messier and a more textured look. So that's where we're going, a lot of point cutting, but longer in the front for him to style up. So this is an important part here. You want to make sure that anything that hangs over here connects. You don't want anything too floppy or too shaggy there. And always make sure you cross check. So if I were to cut horizontally, cut vertically, and vice versa. So this is a great technique here for adding texture. Takes a little bit of practice. I shouldn't probably be going as fast as I can, but I want to slow down for the video, but I'm basically just very slightly closing the blade of my shears and running it through his head. So make sure it's wet so you don't irritate the client. And basically I'm going to do that on both sides, kind of create like a V shape with that. But just take your time with it and really make sure that you're adding in texture as much as you can. It's going to add a lot of movement. It's going to be a cool look for your client. So I'm just going back through and detailing some more. Any dark spots that I see. Again, just trying to spread that blend as much as I can. Get that thing blurry. And detailing should be half your haircut. You want to get through your system fast, and then the rest is just detailing. So now I'm going to prep his skin for enhancements. So I'm just going to apply an aftershave or an adhesive on there. Just clear any oils so this enhancement will stick to his skin and it will last a little bit longer. Now I know enhancements aren't for everybody, but I love using them on dark hair. So I think it's great, and if I think it'll look better on my client and they'll like it better, I will use it. So I'm for whatever will make my client feel the most best and look the best. So I didn't show it in this clip, but I line it up with a straight razor first, then I spray enhancement, and then I'll line it up once again. So now I'm going to line up the design here, and I'm being careful how much I stretch because I don't want to stretch that line out too much. So you just want to ever so slightly just kind of stretch the skin and let that blade just do the work for you. You're really just kind of wiggling it and making those lines just a little bit more crisp. Now you can use shave gel. What I do is very light with the shave gel and kind of wipe it off. And so it's kind of still moist, but it's still almost like a dry shave, but it's not going to irritate your client. That's one thing I do to get my lines extra sharp. I'll always go back through after the shave gel and razor it one more time, kind of like a dry shave. So now I'm going to use some 245 styling powder. This is great for adding texture and hold. It's great for this type of look, you know, that messy look or those crop tops. And of course you got to add in the Campagna molding clay, which is from my product line, The Outfit, based around the Chicago mob and Al Capone. This represents an old member of the gang, Louis Campagna, which is a strong hold clay for a natural look, which is great for adding texture and is very flexible to hold all day. If you're interested in that, head over to the website theoutfitformen.com and see what the story is all about. After checking out a mirror, I saw a dark spot and I'm still detailing. So check out the before, and this is the after. Let me know what you guys think of the cut in the comments. I'd really appreciate some feedback. And if you took something away from this video, make sure to smash that like button. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss a video. I really appreciate you watching. Be sure to also follow my Instagram at Barber Dreams by Riggs for more cuts and content. I can't wait to get back to making consistent video for you guys once this quarantine is over. We will get through this. More tutorials coming, food reviews, interviews, all that good stuff. And until the next time, I'll see you then.